Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Wednesday, May 25th. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm having one of those days. It's been a very busy day and we've had a lot to cover. So earlier today was the hearing for Josh Duggar. This comes a year after his indictment. And so we are finally at a place where the case has come to its end. Josh is still going to appeal, but you know what I'm saying. Like the justice was served today. And Anna was in court today. And so, one of the things that we've been covering pretty extensively on this channel is what's been happening with Anna. Where is Anna thinking? What is she feeling? And how is everything going? And trying to understand if she's going to stay, if she's going to go, what the thoughts are with the Duggars. So I was online after I posted my video about him being sentenced, and I was watching some coverage from a local channel, News 5 out of Arkansas. And they were walking out with, it was video of Anna walking out from the court, and she looked just very stoic, no reaction, just walking straight forward, going home, that kind of thing. I think she was accompanied probably by people on Josh's legal team. I don't recognize any of the women that are surrounding her right now, so I have a feeling that it's people related to the legal process. So she was apparently very quiet in court and didn't really say anything, and was apparently just emotionless. She's had 5 months to prepare for today, and I'm sure she had an idea that this wasn't going to be exactly how she wanted it. Well, Josh Duggar in court was also kind of just didn't speak, didn't say anything. He actually declined to speak in court, which I think is odd. This is a man that loves to talk, and I'm like, how do you not say anything? So his attorneys have decided that they're going to appeal, which we knew was going to happen, and it's highly unlikely that anything will be overturned here. So I don't think have to worry about that. The 12 and a half years we're probably not super happy about, but hey, it is what it is. We can't change that. And what we're going to talk about right now is, how did Anna react? What is she thinking? What is she feeling? So I was online. I saw the video of her walking out. I was like, well, she seems really calm. She seems really out of it. No, she doesn't seem as angry as she did when he was convicted. So obviously, now this is really funny to me. In Touch seems to have an in with the Duggars because their attorney gave a statement to In Touch and has not been giving statements to anyone else. And they've also been giving information about Anna. So someone in the legal side or someone connected to the Duggars is talking to In Touch, which is ironic because In Touch is the outlet that released the police report that they wanted to be removed. And that police report for Josh is still on their website. So it's come full circle. So according to In Touch, this is what they said. The judge did the right thing, but some are already saying the sentence isn't long enough. Josh didn't think he was going to get off, but he and Anna and the family were prepared for a longer sentence. Not that 12 years isn't long, it's bad, but it could have been worse. So the family was apparently prepared for much longer than the 12 years that he was given. And I guess you'd have to be prepared for any possibility. And I'm sure when they asked for 5 years, they weren't expecting to get 5 years. So this source says, Anna is relieved that it's over. Now comes the hard decision, whether to stay and wait for Josh to come out or start her life over without him. So a source says that Anna has a really big decision to make right now. Is she going to stay and wait it out for 12 and a half years and be the dutiful wife and just, live with the Duggars, or go out on her own and move on with her life? The fact that the source is even saying this gives me a sliver of hope that maybe part of her over time will wake up to this realization that she doesn't need to stay with him. Because even once he's released, life will not be the same. He will be on supervised release, and he will not be able to have unsupervised contact with kids. And right now, it wasn't determined who would do the supervision because they're not there yet, but he's not going to be able to have free willing access, and their life would not be the same. I don't even know if he would be able to live with them upon release based on the fact that he has to be supervised at all times. And on top of that, he can't have a computer and he can't look at any content online, which apparently he was trying to get in court them to say that he could still look at that online because it was legal. But the judge was like, no, you're not going to look at it, period. Because it escalates, obviously, for Josh. So anyways, Josh's attorneys told In Touch this. This is why I believe that the leak from coming to In Touch is from the Duggar side. We're grateful the judge dismissed count 2 and rejected the government's request for a 240-month sentence. We look forward to continuing the fight on appeal. So they're going to appeal. We already knew that. Okay, so Anna is going to, she's relieved it's over. But is she really relieved it's over if he's going to appeal? Like, are you really relieved? I don't know. How do you keep fighting if you're relieved that it's over? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know how I would understand. I don't know how to quantify that. I've never gone through anything like this. After she walks out, they talked to the same source and they said that Anna wasn't shocked by today's decision. She's relieved that it's over because she's been living in a bad dream. She's been living in a bad dream that actually hasn't really changed. Like, he's still going away for 12 and a half years. He'll still be gone for 12 and a half years. I don't know how that dream changes. Now, here's what I thought is interesting. As for what is next, Jim Bob and Michelle want Anna to stay with them and wait it out for Josh. That everyone feels sympathy for the mom of 7. Okay, so the Duggars want her to wait it out for their son, who actually is completely disrupting the lives of their children, so that they don't have a divorce. Under what grounds do you think a divorce would be acceptable for the Duggars? Apparently, it's not infidelity. It's apparently not an arrest and now conviction and now a sentence for 12 and a half years in prison. It's apparently not having multiple accounts on Ashley Madison and having a woman in Pennsylvania sue him for horrible actions. It's apparently not enough that now he's a felon that will be on an SO registry for the rest of his life. And for the next 32 and a half years, he is going to be under either incarceration or supervision by the federal government. By the time Josh actually has freedom, like where he's not supervised anymore, he will be in his 60s. Josh just turned 34 years old. So he will be 66 years old by the time he's off of supervised probation. And all of those restrictions would be released. And that's assuming nothing else happens between now and then. So you're going to mean to tell me that for the next 32 and a half years, Anna is going to put up with all of that because she made a vow to him before God and that he is the husband for her. Like, I can understand some families wanting to stick it out, but this whole idea of having to stick together for something like this, no way. If that was my son that got locked up, I would tell his wife, if this were like, this is fictitious. I'm not actually talking about my physical son in my house. I'm putting myself in their shoes. If I was in their shoes, I would tell that wife to leave. It's okay. You do not need to stay at all. Please go. And I, as a parent, would hold firm boundaries with them and say, you did the crime, now you got to do the time. And I would stop the enabling and the behavior. Now, that enabling behavior, the judge actually found that to be, he's got good support, more support than most people in federal systems. Sad. So she is believing in faith and redemption and all that crap. But now she has to make the decision, does she stay or does she go? I still think that Anna will not leave. I think that these little tidbits of, is she going to leave? Is she going to stay? If they're coming from the Duggar camp, I feel like it's just a way to, I don't know. I just can't believe that she'd actually go. So I don't know if this is just a way to make it seem like she has an option or if this is just, I can't explain it. I don't know who's talking to them. I don't know. Do you believe that Anna would ever even consider leaving him? Now, 12 and a half years is a long time. A long time. 32 and a half years is a long time. A long time. Would you, in her shoes, put yourself in her shoes, would you be willing to wait that long to have your life be restored into a normal semblance of life? If you got married to someone and this is what happened 13 years later, would you stick by them? I'll tell you what, I have been with my husband for almost 14 years and we have been married for almost 12 years. And throughout that time, I love my husband like amazing. But if my husband found himself in the same position as Josh Duggar, divorce papers would have been filed at the time of the indictment. I would have been moved the heck out of there with my son, and we would be long gone with no access to dad at all. It would be hard. I would hate every moment of it. I would feel sad. I would feel disappointed. I would feel like my life was uprooted and like upended. But imagine the alternative of not protecting your kids, staying in a situation where you're now having to be the one that does everything for your kids, and you have parents of your husband that are like, as long as you stay with us, we'll pay for you. Just don't get a divorce. It's just so weird to me. I don't get it. I know it's a cult, but I just want to say, Anna, follow the advice of Amy Duggar King. Follow the advice of your sister. Listen to the people in your life outside of the Duggars. Listen to people that have some sense and some reality to know that you're signing up for something that's what you got is so much bigger. It's like you were deceived when you got him. They didn't tell you the truth about what he had done with his sisters, even though you claim that he did. We all know that's a lie, at least in my opinion. And now you've stuck it through being cheated on, being disrespected, and now this. I would go. You just gotta go. Do the right thing for your kids. They'll be better off away from the Duggars, and they'll be better off with a mom that's healthy and outside of this. Staying with Josh will only show them that you're co-signing his behavior. All right, you guys, tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.